If your service business isn't making enough money, your first thought is probably, I need more customers. No, you probably don't. And I know that sounds crazy coming from somebody who owns a service business, but one of the biggest mistakes I see small business owners make is obsessing over getting more customers when they haven't even figured out how to make enough money from the customers that they already have. Because here's something that nobody tells you. More customers can actually make a business worse. And I'm going to show you exactly what I mean. Let's say you're running a lawn business, pressure washing, mobile detailing, trash can cleaning, whatever. You're sitting there thinking, man, if I could just get another 100 customers, I'd be good. Okay. But what happens when those 100 customers are spread out all over the town? What happens when you're undercharging them? What happens when half of them only use you one time? What happens when your truck is running all day? You're burning fuel. You're putting wear and tear on your equipment. You're working 12 hours and somehow there's still no damn money in the bank. Congratulations. You didn't build a bigger business. You built yourself a bigger problem. And this is something I had to learn with sanitizers. When you're first starting a trash can cleaning business, seeing the customer count go up feels good. 10 customers, you're thinking, oh yeah, we're moving now. But eventually I realized customer count by itself doesn't tell me whether I'm building a good business, because I'd rather clean 50 trash cans sitting close together than cleaning 75 trash cans scattered across the entire city. So think about that. Fewer customers can actually make you more money. That's when you stop thinking like somebody who cleans trash cans and start thinking like somebody who owns a trash can cleaning company. And here's where I'm probably going to lose some people. Revenue doesn't impress me as nearly as much as it used to. Somebody tells me, man, my business did $30,000 this month. Cool. What did you keep? Because if you made that 30,000 and spent 27,000 and you worked 70 hours a week and destroyed your equipment doing it, you don't have a 30,000 a month business. You got a stressful ass 3,000 a month job. Trust me, I know that Anytime Fitness used to be mine. It's not anymore. Made a lot of mistakes there. And yeah, I was making money, but I was also spending a lot of money, and it became a stressful ass job. That's different. So if I was starting another local service business today, there are 3 things I'd obsess over before I obsessed over followers, views, or even customer count. Number 1, customer value. How much is one customer actually worth? Not what they pay you today. What are they worth over the relationship? If somebody pays you $40 once, that's a $40 customer. But if somebody pays you $40 every month for 2 years, that's potentially a $960 customer. Same person, completely different business. That's why recurring revenue changes everything. Number 2, density. This one is huge for route businesses like this one. I don't just want customers. I want customers next to customers, because every minute you're driving, you're not producing revenue. Imagine 2 trash can cleaning companies. Company A has 100 customers scattered across 50 miles. Company B has 70 customers concentrated in a few neighborhoods. Who's got the better business? A lot of people automatically say, oh, company A does. I take company B all damn day. Less fuel, less drive time, less wear on the truck, more cans per hour, higher margins, and room to add more customers without adding another truck. And these trucks are expensive, trust me. Density is money. And number 3, frequency. This is where people leave ridiculous comments like, why would somebody pay you just to clean a trash can? It's just gonna get dirty again. Exactly. That's literally the business model. Why do you cut grass? It's going to grow again. Why do you wash your car? It's going to get dirty again. Why clean your house? Because it's going to get dirty again. Why does pest control come back? Because bugs, guess what? Come back. The best service business don't necessarily solve problems permanently. They solve problems that keep coming back. Read that again. Actually, don't read it. I'm talking to you. But understand what I'm saying. Reoccurring problems create reoccurring demand. And reoccurring demand can create revenue, reoccurring revenue. And this is why I'm so fascinated with boring businesses. Everybody online wants to build the next billion-dollar app. Trust me, I was doing it too. I was in AI. Everybody wants AI. Everybody wants crypto. Everybody wants some revolutionary idea nobody's ever thought of. Meanwhile, somebody is quietly making 6 figures, cutting grass, cleaning dumpsters. Somebody's picking up dog poop somewhere. Somebody's pressure washing driveways. Somebody cleaning trash cans. And somebody look at all those businesses saying, I would never do that. Good. There's less competition for the person that's willing to do it. But here's another opinion that'll probably piss some entrepreneurs off. You don't need to scale everything. People throw that word around like every business needs 100 employees and 17 locations. Why? If you got a business making you $15,000 a month with healthy margins, a manageable schedule, reoccurring customers, and you built yourself a good life, you won. You don't have to turn it into to Amazon. Sometimes scaling does make sense, and sometimes it doesn't. The goal isn't necessarily to build the biggest company. The goal is to build the company that gives you the life that you actually want. So here's what I want you to do. If you already own a service business, stop asking, how do I get more customers? For 1 week, ask these questions. How do I make my existing customers worth more? How do I turn one-time customers into reoccurring customers? How do I get more customers inside the neighborhoods that I already service? How do I reduce the amount of time between paying jobs? How do I increase what I keep without simply increasing what I make? Those questions will change the way you look at your business, because sometimes you don't have a customer problem. You have a business model problem. And understand something. I'm not telling you this because I read it in some business book. I've spent years actually operating businesses, Anytime Fitness. I made good decisions. I made some expensive ass mistakes. Trust me. And some of those lessons I'm teaching now, I wish somebody would have sat me down and explained to me years ago. That's really why I'm making these videos. I'm still building. I'm still learning. And I'm still testing things. And I'm going to show you what works and what doesn't, because I think there's way too much entrepreneur content coming from people telling you how easy business is. Business is not easy, but it can absolutely be worth it. And if trash can cleaning is one of those boring businesses you've been thinking about starting, I've already done a lot of the expensive learning for you. That's what I'm building over at benprofit.com. Go check it out. Not some buy this course and you'll be rich next Thursday. Nah, I'm showing you the actual business, how I think about pricing, customers, routes, equipment, marketing, the mistakes, all of it. So if you're interested in starting a trash can cleaning business or making some extra money with a local service business, check out benprofit.com. That's BINPROFIT.com. But whatever you ever, but tongue twister, but whether you ever clean a trash can in your life or not, remember this: more isn't automatically better. More customers, more employees, more trucks, more revenue. None of it matters if the economics underneath the business don't work. Build the machine first, then feed the machine, because 100 profitable customers can change your life. 1,000 unprofitable customers can put you out of business. And I'll see you on the next one.